Well, congratulations. You went and did it. Y'all went and pissed me off. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Nick at the Lost River Driving, and I'm coming at you today because I'm very passionate about something. I was more fired up a few days ago before recording this, but I'm still fired up about it. I just need to put it out there. First and foremost, I want to say if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're a Halloween fan, especially because, as you can tell, that's my bread and butter. That is exactly why we're here today. We are here to talk about why I love the Halloween franchise and why I'm not sorry about it and why I'm tired of hearing terrible things about this franchise and its fan base. And I'm at a point where I felt like it was time for somebody to speak up. Right now, we're in the crosshairs. Last I checked, I didn't know I was walking around with a target on my back, but I guess I am, so thanks a lot for nobody telling me. I see a lot of comments on videos, on social media. I hear a lot of YouTubers intentionally create content that is controversial to drive traffic and get clicks. No, it's nobody in my immediate circle. I can tell you guys right now, there is nobody in my immediate circle that I consider myself friends with that has contributed to this at all. Let's start off by saying one thing. It's almost like people treat Halloween as the entry level to horror fandom. That Halloween is the most palatable, the easiest to digest, the franchise that takes the least amount of risks, which is why it has so many casual fans and hardcore fanboys and what have you. Halloween as a franchise has taken insane amounts of risks, whether it be Season of the Witch, whether it be Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Rob Zombie's Halloween films, Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, H2O, retconning everything, whether it be Resurrection, killing Laurie Strode. The notion that this franchise is so vanilla just always makes me laugh. It's so funny because it's not true at all. There's no merit to that. That's baseless, but I digress on that point. Why is it so popular to hate Halloween right now? Why is it so popular to criticize the new Halloween films and the fan base and to call them out in every single one of your videos or every single one of your social media posts? Well, why is that popular right now? Oh, I get it. It's because Halloween is the only franchise that's still actively going. Oh, okay. So while you're marred in your depression over the fact that X, Y, and Z franchise has not made a new film, us Halloween fans are supposed to be miserable as well because our franchise is still going and making hundreds of millions of dollars? That's a really selfish way to look at things. It's a really selfish way to look at things. The only reason that Halloween is so under the microscope right now is because there's nothing to compare it to. There's nothing to look at. In the 80s, you could look at Freddy and Jason and Pinhead and Chucky, and you could compare these movies. The playing field was level. It's not level right now. Regardless of your allegiance to whatever franchise it may be, the playing field is not level right now. And people know that. The spotlight is on Halloween because Halloween right now is the only franchise that is long-running franchise that's still giving people their slasher fix. People are dissecting these movies and picking them apart because they want the slasher craze back so bad. They're going to the next best thing, which is the only franchise out of the big three that is still actively going, and that is Halloween. Look, Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills are far from perfect. They have a ton of issues, but to act as if these films are not competently made, well-acted, well-composed films is just a complete load of crap. I mean, it really, really is. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. If you feel like story-wise, structurally, pacing-wise, it's not for you, totally fine. But to say it's a bad movie when it is clearly competently made and I mean, let's just be honest, 2018 and Kills are two of the more competently made movies in this entire franchise. You could probably say the same thing for Friday, the same thing for Nightmare, the same thing for Hellraiser. I mean, it's just, they're not bad movies. They just may not be your kind of movie. And that's totally fine. But we have to separate sometimes and understand the difference there. Hey, it wasn't for me. Rather than this movie sucks, it's trash. Halloween and Halloween fans are ridiculous. They're idiots. Now, I'm kind of all over the place with this because I didn't really structure this out. This is more just a rant on my end because it's something that has really come to the forefront over the past few months. I feel like as a Halloween fan, I have to speak my mind and speak for all of us. And I know we don't all agree. I just felt like that was the right thing to do in this moment for me personally. Basically, the moral of the story is it's in vogue to hate what is popular. It is popular to criticize what is popular. I get it, whatever. Do I think it's cheap? Absolutely. Do I think it's beneath you if you do that? Absolutely. But I get it. If you're trying to drive up clicks to your YouTube channel or your social media pages or whatever it may be, controversy works, right? Great. I think it's a little beneath people. I think that it is, again, I think it's cheap. For me, the way I look at it is, why does anyone ever try to make the argument that this franchise or this killer or this movie is objectively better than this one? And I'm saying that generally when it comes to any of them. This is all opinion. You cannot objectively say you're right and somebody else is wrong. So why waste your time trying? Why try to tear down another fan base? You know, are we passionate as Halloween fans? Absolutely. Absolutely we are. We really are. You know, for me personally, it's a franchise that got me through some really, really dark times. Not really being close to many people, periods in my life where I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was very lonely, very depressed. And these movies helped me turn reality off. For an hour and a half at a time and just transport me to what it felt like to be a child, to watch them for the first time and to feel so in awe in the world that you're being put into and just remember those simpler times. You know, you can't help but think back to when you watched them for the first time, anytime I watched them, and remember what it was like to be a kid and remember what it was like for life to be simple. And nostalgia is a hell of a drug. And I just think it's really, really disrespectful for people to lambast and attack other people because this franchise may not be their cup of tea. I wouldn't do that to you. You know, whatever franchise is your favorite, I'm sure it means a lot to you. I would never tell you you're wrong. I would never criticize you. I would never put your fan base down. Does our fan base have some kooks? Absolutely. You know, does our fan base have some people that take it too far? Absolutely. To sit here and say we're the only ones is a lie. The only reason you're seeing it more right now is because Halloween is still very much alive and well. That is the only reason. If the tables were turned and Halloween did not have movies coming out over the last decade, you would see this from Friday and Nightmare fans because we wouldn't be near as vocal because we wouldn't have movies being made. Nobody would care about us at the time. We're not in the mainstream at the time. So the only reason we're under the microscope is because of that, and that's our fault. It's our fault that we are actively discussing these new projects, and it's our fault how we're very excited about them, and it's our fault how we're wanting people to go enjoy them with us so we can restart this slasher resurgence. That's our fault. I just find that to be absolutely infuriating. It's just infuriating to me because it's so baseless and it's so nonsensical and it's just disrespectful. If that's what you want to do, if you want to reduce yourself to being somebody that criticizes others for their happiness, you're going to lead a miserable life if that's the type of person you are. I don't have to sit here and explain myself to anyone. I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to do any of that. I choose to go to bat for people that love what I love, and I choose to speak up because I'm tired of seeing it. It's frustrating as hell. Yes, my guest room is covered in Halloween posters because it's my favorite franchise. Does it mean I don't like other horror movies? Absolutely not. I have hundreds on these shelves behind you. Does it mean that the only movies I watch are Halloween movies? No, I watch them maybe once a year in October. Watch a lot of movies the other 11 months. Don't reduce me and my fandom and our fan base to being this cookie cutter, Disney, vanilla, just bullshit. Just don't, because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I see it all the time. I see it all the time on YouTube. I hear it all the time on YouTube. Things like, oh, don't come at me, Halloween fans. Calm down, Halloween fans. Halloween fans don't, I've literally heard Halloween fans don't know how to separate their opinions from facts. Oh, Really, really. Okay, guys, let me give you one. Let me try it. Halloween 5 has a ton of flaws. Halloween 5 is absolutely, from a filmmaking and writing perspective, a weaker film than Halloween 4. But because of the nostalgia and because of the good parts about Halloween 5 for me, I just like it more. Look at that. Look at that. I gave you facts and an opinion because we can separate it. But, you know, the hot takes, man, just pour the hot takes out. You know, there's many people I'd love to sit down with and really just kind of go at it about this with them. I mean, I really would, because I get fired up hearing it. Stop alienating a fan base. Stop alienating a franchise so you can make more money. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. It's so frustrating. I don't do this for money. I don't do any of this for money. I've had this channel for over 10 years. Okay, I do this for a passion. I do this because I love it, and I do this because there's so many people that participate and that are as passionate as I am, you know. And I'll just call some of you guys out: Bill and John and Rudy and Crying and Jaden and Christian and Ken and Justin and I mean, the list goes on and Art, and I mean, I could do this all day. I know you guys because you've taken the time to get to know me, and you've taken the time, and Jason, J-Dev, how could I forget Jason? Phil, you better not cut that out. You guys have taken the time to get to know me, and you've taken the time to care about what I do, and you knew coming onto this channel from the very beginning that I was a Halloween guy. I do other things, okay? And this video isn't about me defending, you know, my channel. I don't care about that. This has nothing to do with my channel. This just has to do with the thing that started my channel, the thing that I am more passionate about than probably anything. I'm just tired of sitting on the sidelines and letting people just throw rocks, you know, and just criticize and just be hateful. You know, it's frustrating, because at the end of the day, guys, I've probably said this 15 times throughout this rant, this very poorly structured rant. You are no better. You are no better. Your franchise, your love of whatever movie is no better, no more important than anyone else's. And if something isn't your cup of tea, that's fine. And I get it, guys. I get it. You know, I'm going to be a little petty, and I'll be petty. It's popular to talk about Halloween because Halloween's the king. Period. Tell me I'm wrong. Who came first? Michael. Whose remake came first? Michael's. Who has the most successful movie out of all of them? Oh, yeah, it's Michael. Oh, okay. Who has multiple $100 million plus grosses? Oh, it's Michael. Oh, okay. My point is simple. You use the name to rile up the fan base, to drive traffic. You choose controversy because you know this fan base is passionate, and you know you will get them engaged, and what you care about at the end of the day is eyes on you. That's it. You're alienating a group of really good people that are just really passionate about something that I'm not gonna apologize that we are still relevant. I won't. I love Freddy Krueger. I love Jason Voorhees. I love Chucky. I love these franchises. I own them all. I watch them probably more than Halloween because I literally reserved that for October. Don't put me in a box. Don't put us in a box. We tend to favor one. You tend to favor another. That's fine. Don't for a second think that anybody here isn't wise enough to know that you're criticizing this because it's popular to do so, because Halloween is still popular. And it's beneath you, and it's disrespectful to this entire fan base. I would never do that to any of you guys for whatever your favorite franchise is, or movie, or what. I never would. Never would. Why try to steal someone else's happiness? Why try to ruin their day? One thing about this channel is I'm very authentic. I'm very original in the sense that I stick to what I do. You know who I am. You know where my heart, is. And you know what I care about. That'll never change. That'll never change. I'm never going to change anything about my channel or about me. And to every Halloween fan out there that sat through this entire rant, I love you guys. Never, ever, ever, ever be ashamed of your love for this franchise. Never. And defend it tooth and nail. Always. And just know, deep down, just know, anytime you do hear criticism, anytime, just know They hate us because they ain't us. And I'm not even going to say pulling out, Phil. That's going to be how it ends. They hate us because they ain't us.